Every time that you're swiping your debit card, you're putting your money at risk, and the banks love it. What if I also told you that even when you do use a credit card, you're probably waiving your rights the second you call to dispute a charge without even knowing it? In today's video, I'm going to be exposing the dirty little secrets the banks do not want you to know about debit cards, credit cards, and the law that could let you sue them for thousands if you play your cards right. Make sure to watch this video all the way through, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to protect your money like the banks hope you never will. I'm gonna break this down into 4 different parts that you do not want to miss, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, part number 1 is the big lie about debit cards. Let's start with the obvious. Your debit cards feel safe, right? After all, it's your money, it's your account, and you're not borrowing. But here's the dirty truth. Your debit card has almost no real protections. And I know you're saying, but that's not true, Mike. It's not possible. Yes, it is, and here's why. If someone steals your debit card or clones it, they can drain your entire checking account. And here's the part that nobody wants to admit. You're at the mercy of your bank's investigation to get your money back. Because don't forget, they could just deny and say, nope, sorry, it's fraud, we're done, case closed. Legally, you have to report it fast, and even then, you might only get part of your money back, and it can take weeks. And meanwhile, your rent check bounces, your lights get cut off, and the bank just shrugs it like, sorry. And that's exactly how they like it, because they're in control. But wait, credit cards. That's where things get real interesting. Part number 2, why credit cards are actually safer. Here's what banks don't want you to connect the dots on. Credit cards are safer by law, thanks to something that's called the Fair Credit Billing Act. If you dispute a charge, you're not on the hook while the dispute is investigated. If fraud happens, you're capped at $50, and usually it's waived entirely. Now compare that to your debit card, where your money is already gone. But, and this is where they really get sneaky, banks don't want you to actually use the Fair Credit Billing Act properly. Now moving on to part number 3, the secret credit card dispute trap that nobody talks about. Here's what almost nobody knows. When you call your credit card company or use the app to dispute a charge, you're waiving your Fair Credit Billing Act rights. I know that's crazy, but that's right. The law says you have to send a written letter through the mail to the address listed on your billing statement within 60 days. And if you don't, you're just playing by their rules. And the rules are designed to make sure you don't trigger the legal protections that force them to follow the law and leave them vulnerable to lawsuits. And of course, this is exactly why it's easy to call or tap in the app. But mailing a letter, that's buried in fine print. And you're probably asking yourself, but why? Because if you follow the law and they screw up the process, you can sue them for up to $5,000 per violation. Now moving on to part 4, which is my favorite part, the Fair Credit Billing Act, what the banks don't tell you. Here's exactly how the Fair Credit Billing Act protects you and the rules they have to follow, because without knowing the rules, how are you gonna know that they're breaking them? Now you must dispute a billing error within 60 days of your statement. After that, it doesn't matter, unfortunately. This is my favorite one. The bank must acknowledge your dispute in writing within 30 days. Now, technically, within writing, it doesn't specify a letter, so they could send you an email, so be aware of that. Now, during the investigation, they can't collect the disputed amount, charge interest on it, or report it as late. If they violate any of those, you can sue them, and each one of those is $5,000 per violation. Now, this is my favorite part, because banks don't protect you like this. They must show you how they reach their conclusion and provide proof. So they're gonna say, sorry, your claim's denied, and then they don't show you any proof. You have the ability to request proof, and they have to send it to you. If they don't, you can sue them and easily win $5,000 per violation. Even if they find no error, they have to give you time to pay it. They can't retaliate by closing your account, lowering your limit, or removing an authorized user. I know it's pretty crazy, right? There's a lot of things you guys don't know about these credit cards and how they truly protect you. It's pretty wild. And as I said, violations, If they skip even one of these, that's a violation. If they don't acknowledge your letter in 30 days, violation. If they don't properly investigate, violation. And each one can cost them up to $5,000 per violation. So if you ever do dispute, make copies, send it certified mail, keep all records of everything, you can go after them. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with the 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Tanya. Tanya's credit score went up 289 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. And Christian's credit score went up 366 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. And let's not forget about Allison. Allison's credit score went up 204 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. But specifically to Brandon, Brandon's credit score went up 185 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. And Ashley's credit score went up 218 points after just 2 rounds with Dispute Beast. But let's not forget about Julio. Julio's credit score went up 266 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. Dispute Beast link is going to be pinned at the very top of the comments and in the video description for anyone that needs to fix their credit. But here's what counts as a valid dispute under the Fair Credit Billing Act: unauthorized charges, wrong date or amount, goods or services never delivered or not as described, mathematical errors. I know that's kind of crazy, right? Statement sent to wrong address. That's the craziest one to me. And charges you need clarified. And during the investigation, you only withhold payment on the disputed amount, not your whole balance. So don't try to get sneaky out there, okay? So now you can see why they'd rather you just call or use the app and give up all your power, right? Last part's the most important. Now here are the rules for you. Make this little checklist. You want to make sure that you send a written complaint within 60 days. It must be for charges over $50. Now you want to keep a copy and send it via certified mail. If I were you, I would also get it notarized at your bank for free. Now if your card was stolen, you can call instead, but for a billing error, always write a physical letter. Now if you disagree with the investigation, you can challenge it within 10 days. So if they send you the results, they say, oh, sorry, whatever, it's not our problem. You have up to 10 days to challenge it immediately. And if the charge came from someone you authorized to use the card, sorry, that's just on you, honestly. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever disputed a charge? Did the bank follow the rules? Or did you call without even realizing it cost you your rights, to be honest? Drop your story in the comments and tell me if you're going to send your next dispute through mail instead of calling. And if you learned something today, smash that like button because I've got more financial secrets that banks don't want you to know coming next week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big one on debit cards versus credit cards. Now, if you have any collections or charge-offs that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's going to show you how AI can do all of it for you. It comes with the 110% money back guarantee and it's mobile friendly, meaning you don't need a computer or a printer. All you need is your cell phone to fix your credit. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.